this is Heather, and this is a generalized reading for Aquarius, February 2017. Alrighty, so here we have it, okay? You have had maybe a recent tiff, and you're not really backing down. You can respectfully kind of assert yourself without going to war. However, you're okay with it, okay? So you don't really back down from this situation. You kind of stand up for what you believe is right, and you kind of give it to them straight, okay? And you're kind of prepared to defend your values and your decisions and why you came to that conclusion, okay? And providing you're just with that, the universe supports you, okay? No matter what. It always ends well. Just try not to be disrespectful or harmful, okay? You want to be able to recover from it, okay? So just go ahead and make sure you take some breathing exercises and you act tactful, not tactless, okay? You are having a focused intention, okay, with everything. Make lists. Oh my gosh, you're so good at this, okay? If you make lists, and so are so many other signs, okay? But you make lists about what it is that you need to do. You say, okay, this is what needs to be paid. This is what I should be budgeting and spending. This is what I want to do at the end of the year. This is what I want to treat myself at the end of the week, whatever it may be. Whatever it is that you've been putting off and doing, stop doing that, okay? One way you can break it off and help yourself is by cleaning or doing something like maybe a half an hour. Say you want to organize, say you saw this great idea, on the internet, on Pinterest or something like that, or on YouTube, okay? And you saw this great organizing idea and you're like, you know what, I want to do that. And guess what? You can, but you got to break it down into small steps, okay? Because you're trying to find that balance, with home and work life. So, or relationship and work, or, being a mother, whatever it may be, a grandmother, whatever it is, you're trying to find this balance now that you can figure out, how am I going to do this? Because, there's a part of you that knows that you haven't maybe spent time enough with family and you've been doing so much with work. So now you're trying to figure out how it is that I'm going to rest, how it is I'm going to balance work, and how it is I'm going to balance family and home life or marital relationships and even alone time, okay? So, it's not an easy feat, but you can do it, and I'm sure you can, okay? But you might need to make a list, okay? And do it that way. And do like a half an hour of this or half an hour of that. Or, if there's something on you in regards to like sleep or something, you got to honor that, okay? You got to, know when to hold them and when to fold them, okay? So don't be too hard on yourself about that, okay? We can be our worst critics sometimes. But you're going to be able to heal others, okay? All of these different metaphysical changes that's been happening with you, all of these different wonderful things, all of this good energy, we're at the age of Aquarius again, finally, okay? And so it's our year, okay? So you want to go ahead and start tapping into that, figuring out if it's going to be, distance healing, if it's going to be Reiki, if you're going to do oracle cards or tarot cards or, crystals or, just go ahead and, dancing or yoga or whatever it may be, plants, herbs, tinctures, oils, the list can go on and on, folklore magic, all kinds of stuff, witchcraft, whatever it is, religion, okay, priesthood, becoming a nun, whatever rocks your boat. I'm not here to, point one finger at the other. I'm just happy that there's somebody who's trying to fight the good fight, and let's hope it be that, okay, with helping others, okay? Maybe it's humanitarian work, who knows? Volunteering time. There's ways in which you can look at that differently, okay? Whatever love that you've had, it's eternal, regardless of the situation, regardless of appearances, regardless of the outcome, okay? You have always acquired people that have undying love for you, okay? No one can mention a relationship that they've been in with you and not love you on some different type of level, okay? It just is what it is. You've put out good energy, and it always comes back to you. You know, there'll always be that person that, you know, is thinking about you at the red light, okay? There'll always be that situation where there'll be a person who goes away on a trip, and he might be there, or she might be there with someone else. They'll still think about you, okay? Aquarius, all right? Have compassion for yourself and others. Choose to say kind things, you know. The judgments that, you know, you have for yourself, have that same love, light, and goodness for others. Even if me, as a person who knows that I've seen people when they've had different things going on or whatever, I still send them love, light, and goodness, okay? Because the situation, in my mind, I always want things to be harmonious. I never want a situation that ever ends up in foulness or unniceness, okay? A lot of the situations and the things that you've gone through is all like your past life, okay? These situations kind of, you know, can be a little bit resolved with maybe, if you would like to, get maybe a past regression reading, or if you got hypnotized, okay? Hypnosis is wonderful. I don't care if it's something like snacking or smoking. You should try it and go into it with the intention of you being a full participant in making this change. You become this agent of change that is a catalyst for whatever it is that you need to rid or free yourself from, or whatever obstacle that needs to be removed, okay? If you have eclectic or Hindu barriers, I suggest working with Ganesh and Lakshmi, okay? They remove obstacles, and Lakshmi, you know, blesses you with, you know, wisdom and beauty and energy and abundance and time and, you know, wealth, okay? Ganesh removes a number of obstacles, and also is wonderfully protective and loving and kind. You know, there's some different things, okay? Whatever it may be, if that's not your fancy, there's other ways in which you can go ahead. You know, if you're Egyptian, or maybe you have, you know, Egyptian goddesses, you know, if Isis is one of your goddesses, okay, and she is wonderful and great, you know, she can maybe teach you what it is that you need to learn within yourself, and ask her, you know, say, you know, Isis, please help me with, you know, this goodness, with this change. Please help me evolve to my best self with love, light, and goodness, and no harm to myself or anyone else. You know, you can turn it over to divinity. You can turn it over to divineness. You can turn it over, you know, to God, to a goddess, to whatever it is that you subscribe to, okay? Angels, whatever. Forgive anybody that's hurt you, okay? Mother, sister, wife, daughter, okay? You need to forgive yourself and forgive others, okay? And that's because the fact of the matter that forgiveness is the way in which you move forward, okay? And nothing removes an obstacle like love, okay? Forgiveness is the way in which you release the power of someone harming you. That's profound, okay? Whether they deserve it or not, whether they ask for sorry, you know, just go ahead, okay? It's cathartic, it's healing, and it's positive, and it makes you be progressive, okay? There is love that's coming into your life, and it may be a relationship that you're in. It might be restored faith in new relationships and some of the relationships that you already have. You know, there's a lot of change and transformation, and it's all that positive light. You know, the prayers that you've done and the prayers that others have done for you, you know, they're finally coming full circle now, okay? You know, we had the lunar eclipse, okay? There are things now, and the full moon, okay, that happens, you know, at this time. You know, these things are blessings, okay? they're wonderful transformations and changes. They happen, when you realize that, this all isn't craziness. This all isn't, shenanigans. You're not, beating, a tambourine or tapping on a drum, or aluminum foil on your head and it's crazy. No, this has all been for a reason. This has not all been for naught, okay? There are some new things beginning, and whether it's fertility or just you starting a new transformation, there is a newness that's coming into it, okay? And with all of this grows new things onto new things, okay? So if you're an independent worker, that means you might have new accounts, new contracts, new clients. If you're a provider, new patients. If you're a lawyer, new clients, new things, new cases. If you're an herbalist, okay, this is about you learning about, medicine and healing and new homeopathic ways and trusting in yourself, okay? Trusting in your own healing hands to help others. You're going to let go of whatever no longer serves you. And you're going to be bold with yourself. You're going to be able to, be confident and say who you are and what you are, what you do, what you don't do. And, you're going to let your light shine bright. And there'll be people that may or may not have indifferences to it, but it's okay. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you're going to be fine. But this is who you were meant to be, probably many lives before. And, it just is who you are, okay? And you're coming into who you've always been or who you always should have been. I'm super excited for all these changes for you, Aquarius. And it is about time, right? Yay! Okay, so anywho, if you'd like more than a generalized reading, please email me at heatheraquarian@gmail.com. Can't wait to hear